Yeah, anyway, it seems that these people are intentionally going out of our way or out of their way to make our lives extremely difficult. It's like in Exodus, it's when Moses said, "Look, if you don't let the people go, there's going to be plagues. All we want to do is just go out and have a feast to the Lord God." And he said, "No, you guys are idle, and you need to just you guys just need to deal with it. Actually, now you need to get your own straw." And in a way, it's an inverse of that, where they're forcing us to be idle, but at the same time they're still demanding the income of straw, like basically our bills, our rent, our fucking everything else, and the illusion of choice anymore. I mean, it's like now with the closing of all the small businesses, there's less places to eat, there's less places to shop. I mean, there's still no end to the ills of society, it would seem, like the drugs, and the alcohol, and the cigarettes, and the prostitutes, and everything else. That stuff is all still probably even businesses booming right now. And and look, and the thing of it is once you get it to, like, if you're a drug dealer and you're the only guy in town who's got the connection on that particular substance, you get to choose your price. And it seems like they're setting up for a really, really crappy situation where it's like, look, you think we lost freedoms now. It's going to make this look like Disneyland once they really tank the economy. And it seems like, I don't know whose fault exactly it is, but it seems like, yeah, man, it's like we're effed. It doesn't matter what happens now. It's gonna be hard times. It's gonna be really dark, difficult, treacherous, and like, look, it's like you better hold on to your last bit of freedoms. Like, look, that little piece of scrap of toilet paper on that roll right there is about all we have left. And it's like, if you don't use it, you lose it. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, as the old saying goes. And it's the same thing with the freedoms. It's worth the risk and the hardships to preserve the freedoms, and it's worth the risk. All this stuff they've done and these precautionary methods, they've actually, by trying to preserve life, they've destroyed it. They're destroying it. They're making it to the point where it's like, look, it's making life so ridiculous and redundant that it's like, what's the point? And I mean, look, dude, that is the end of productivity. I mean, you're really like, look, it's kind of like a dog, man. Like, look, if you beat it and scold it too much, you kind of ruin it, and it becomes like a cur now. And it just, in other words, what I'm saying is, look, actions have repercussions, and I mean, it must be nice, telling us how to live down from your ivory towers and all that, dude. But down here in the real world, it's like, look, there is enough rules, regulations, stipulations. There's enough, like, look, there's enough troubles in my own life for people to be taking away my last vestige of sanctuary and then just adding more problematic difficulties, more hoops to jump through. It's like a hurry up to wait longer. I gotta move faster just to wait more. And it just is like, look, it's unnecessary. It would seem you're doing this on purpose. So I mean, it's a very oppressive, restrictive, like unfair, and just totally hypocritical, ridiculous, redundant. Hypocrites are just everywhere, and they hate freedom. They want all the freedom to tell us what to do, but we're just free to do what we're allowed to do, and if we don't like it, well, we should move out of America. Well, if you don't like it, this is the best country in the world, so you need to just go ahead and move away. I mean, they say stuff like that, but it's like, that's ridiculous. Look, dude, listen, I would get shot in the back if I just try to walk like across the imaginary borders into another country. They would shoot me in the back because I'm not allowed to I'm not free to just be like, oh, yeah, this is my home. I was born here, and I'll be back. No, we can't risk that, slave, sir. Subject citizen, take another step, and we're locked and loaded, and we will fire. You know what I mean? Freaking yep. So you're free to die as you get shot in the back for just exploring. You know what I'm saying? Just for crossing some imaginary line of some like person that made some rules that didn't invite me into the conversation, didn't ask me to give consent to anything. I'm just, look, just blown about through life, through all their gauntlet, man, of bureaucracy and just landmines and eggshells, like and at the same time they're shooting at my toes like Yosemite Sam, and you're expected to hold it together when they've created this impossible obstacle course where you're constantly on this line that seems to move. It never stays in place, where they can just raise the bar or lower the bar on you whenever they wish to keep you off kilter, as if on the defensive, as if you did something wrong, as if you're up to something, as if, because they just can't trust you with your own mind, so they got to follow you around and watch and make sure you're not getting any ideas. And just in case you had any ideas, here's a reminder, and then here's a note. Oh, and then it's on the radio. Oh, it's on the freaking commercial. Oh, thoughts that may side effects may increase thoughts of suicide. Uh, I mean, it's basically all the dose of all this media. Like, look, there's no escaping it if you have any kind of just streaming media platform. At least on when you're using the internet, you can pick and choose what you're watching. But if you got on some kind of TV program, you are just bombarded with constant reminders of how you are not free, and that you just need to comply. You just need to just deal with it. You did it. It's your own. It's for your own good. It's your own fault. They're just doing this to help you, correct you, damage control, your own mistake. What were you doing? Thinking for yourself and thinking you were safe without them watching, looking out for you to keep everyone safe while they're destroying everything. They're literally unraveling the whole infrastructure with this con job, with this power grab and this wealth redistribution, because that's really what it was, in this centralization of power and government. I mean, it's quite hideous and despicable the way they've swindled us into just being stuck. Like, they just really just got us stuck, and they just really expect us to just idly stand by and just wait for them to finish, like, to tear in the rest of the stuff that we have left. Like, just like, be calm, we got this under control. Just keep keep running on that rat wheel, and before you know it, we'll have this all taken care of, and you can trust us. You can count on us. All the while, man, they're telling you to keep calm, just remain calm, while literally it's like they're like eroding. They're eroding everything that like all the old fail safes we had against like tyranny and democide and like communism and all these other checks we had against them now, they're totally, the gates totally open, and there's no sentries there to even, like, they're not even watching that because everyone's over here watching this like irrelevant, like seeming crisis that's really just a distraction, while the real crisis is being like, while we're busy watching this street theater, this political theater behind our back, they're really like moving around, they're really shuffling the deck right now. And uh I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it's yeah, it's not looking good for freedom. And it seems as if these people believe that it's they're entitled to control us and dictate to us every aspect of life from here on out. And it's like, look, and I look, not one person that I know has gotten sick from this supposed thing. Not one. I haven't seen anybody falling in the streets with fever. No one having puking up blood. Look, not just like it's look. It's totally blown way out of freaking proportion, dude. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe how fearful people are, and also just how gullible and naive, and how much, like, how people are just trusting uh this obvious these obvious, like, freaking straight up, these rapscallions, man. uh I can't believe these people can't tell that these reptilian types are just future faking, and just like straight up, like, they're setting us up, and they're coercing, and they're manipulating us for some kind of exploitative means. Cause this isn't for our safety. It's for their continuity of government safety. It's not for public safety. It's more corporate welfare, and they're doing, dude. Uh, yeah. Anyway, so I bet it's just like right now, the only game in town is corporations and the government. All of us regular people, we're waiting on bread lines and handouts now. And it's not cool. This seems to me an economic class attack. It's almost like a coup. It's like there's been an assault on free economics, on capitalism. Now this isn't really capitalism. What we got, we already got a fascist communistic. We're in a fascistic communistic situation right now due to the pandemic, because of the COVID. But if they wanted a socialistic, communistic, totalitarianistic system, that was their intention. But they couldn't do it, just come right out and do it. So they artificially, synthetically got us into a situation where we're already in a socialistic communism. We are in socialism and communism. The measures, the safety measures, parameters, and all the new regulations and new rules, we're in communism. So really, they didn't say this. They're not coming out and saying this, but by their actions and what's going on, they're saying that communism and socialism and dictatorship is the cure for pathogens, man, for sicknesses now. And I mean, they're not saying that, but that's what they're saying without saying it. Once again, if you read in between the lines.